We have met at the Uplisting and the Lula.Cleaning webinar. Nice to meet you all. We will wait a little bit for some other people. You can write in the chat where you are from. London. If you ask us, I will tell you a little bit more about this. We are an application, a tool which helps with the cleaning and maintenance, but actually we don't do the cleaning services. You will learn it later during the presentation. Okay. Okay, Stephen, so I think we can slowly begin with your part with the uplisting presentation.
Sure. Well, thank you everyone for taking the time to join today. My name's Stephen. Like, I help head up the sort of sales team here at Uplisting. I've been with the company for the past sort of 4 or 5 years and sort of come through their sort of growth. So today I'll just sort of give you maybe a high-level overview about what Uplisting is, how we can kind of help you, the typical customers that we sort of work with, before handing over to Michal to talk to you a bit about how we will work with and integrate with Lula.Cleaning and the sort of benefit of having them both together would sort of look like. So in case you're not aware, like, Uplisting is a channel manager, property management solution, like a guest experience platform, sort of an all-in-one, right? And this is kind of primarily focused on short-term rentals, property managers, to help them consolidate their calendars down, avoid double bookings, give them a sort of single pane of glass where everything they can work from. So it's really the sort of the catalyst for a lot of companies to help them grow, where they need to automate and consolidate things down as they sort of add on more properties. So that's a little bit of an overview of what Uplisting is, where we kind of sit in the market, but I'll kind of talk a bit more in the next slides. So we have this a term, right? So get your short-term rental business on autopilot. The idea is that a lot of the systems and processes you run through day to day, a lot of them are kind of the same every day, and we can put a lot of these on autopilot and sort of leverage automation. This will be really key as you can grow the business so that you can scale with technology rather than people, right? So first and foremost, we're a channel manager. We help bring together or unify your calendars across the major OTAs or booking channels. That's being Airbnb, Booking.com, and VRBO. We also have a direct booking engine that we give you free as part of the platform, a direct booking website, and that is integrated with Google Vacation Rentals, which is a great way to kind of increase your exposure and get more traffic towards your direct booking website. We are what's called a Preferred Plus partner with Airbnb. So we're like a top 10 solution that they recommend to connect with. We have a similar level of connection or support with Booking.com and VRBO. And this really is because we put a big focus on reliability and stability of the platform. We work with them very closely on the features and functionality that we have with those connections. So job number one at the kind of base here, we're connecting those calendars, avoiding double bookings, And from there, right, we can start to level up and add in a lot more automation connection with these platforms. So that means that once we have, you'll see here on the right-hand side, what that kind of means through Uplisting is that we have that unified calendar. We have a sort of unified area where we can control and manage all of your rates across different channels. We can also connect in with dynamic pricing tools like Price Labs, Wheelhouse, Beyond Pricing. So you'll have a central place where you can update your pricing across all channels. We'll also have a unified inbox. This is like a big area where you'd have a lot of time back in your day. We can create our automated messages and be very sophisticated with the sorts of triggers and filters that you put on those messages to make sure that we have meaningful automation when it comes to kind of guest messaging. And this just means clearer communication for the guest. It means less time you kind of responding to questions and queries, and it should allow you to have this sort of completely automated check-in and check-out process if you want to have it like that. We have lots of other features in there, like, as I mentioned, our direct booking engine, various security features like guest ID verification, security deposits, like rental agreements. We're just in the process of launching our upsell functionality. So it's a way to kind of automate a lot of your existing systems and processes, but you'll be able to get access to kind of new features, new functionality that you don't have inside these channels individually. And that's maybe a kind of a short overview of what Uplisting does as a platform. So I like to think that sort of covers channel management, property management, and a bit of kind of guest experience. Just based on like the first question we see in the chat there, like, do you work in kind of London? When it comes to Uplisting, right, we are a global company. I'm currently in Jamaica, right? The team is fully remote, and our customers are all over the world. I think we're almost in, I can't remember the specific number of countries. I think it's like 48 or 58 like different countries. So that's mainly all across Europe, North America, Australia. We almost have a customer in every country apart from Antarctica, right? We're still yet to sell to that market. And so you can go ahead.
Stephen, Sonali asks about the upsell function. If you can explain a little bit more about this.
Yeah, so the upsell functionality will just allow you to, say, define things like early check-in, late checkout. Maybe it's having the fridge stocked with breakfast if they're arriving late, champagne on arrival, whatever it may be, right? Anything you want to define, you should be able to kind of set that up as an upsell, and you can set parameters around how much advance notice do you need to provide that? Is it like on approval? What sort of messaging do they get? And this would all be done through like our booking page. So we have this sort of booking page that every guest has. This was available to any booking from any channel, and it would allow them to get a summary of their booking, purchase any kit upsells that they want, as well as do things like that guest ID verification, security deposit, like rental agreement. You can pick and choose if you want to have all of these in place or only some of them. Maybe there are only specific channels you want to run these processes. But yeah, that is a kind of branded page, like under your kind of website, under your business branding, that will be able to kind of achieve all that. So it's just making that process of offering kind of upsells a lot more kind of seamless, make it more of a shopping cart experience for them. But like, obviously, like, if you want like a demo of this, like, more than happy to arrange something after today, and I could either myself or somebody else in the team can run you through like one-to-one on giving you a demo of this sort of stuff. But yes, just obviously good to get across that we work with members all across the world. Uplisting is only in English today, but if you are using Chrome or whatever, you can translate the product into whatever language you work in easily enough. But it's primarily we are an English-speaking team. We are based around the world, but primarily we're based mostly across sort of Central Europe and East Coast America is where most people can sit. And so I've touched on a couple of these things, but Uplisting really puts a big focus on how easy the platform is to use. We're a very kind of user-friendly product. We have lots of people that use our product that are not necessarily that tech savvy. We have a very clear, easy to understand interface, and that kind of extends to like the support that we give. So we have really great sort of live chat support in the product. We have free onboarding. We like to get on phone calls like this one-to-one and sort of share our screen and talk through things. So you'll see like from reviews online on things like Capterra that people really shout about our customer support and how good it is. And as I mentioned before, like reliability is really key. There's lots of software in the market that claims to do the same thing as Uplisting. Unfortunately, not all of it is that reliable. And that's been a sort of core pillar of how the business has been sort of built, right, with reliability always at the center of it. And that's why we have that sort of preferred plus partnership with companies like Airbnb as a sort of stamp of approval there. And so, yes, this is like, as we've kind of talked about, a central hub, a single pane of glass, a single hymn sheet that everybody can sing from. And it's really kind of leveraging a lot of automation there to streamline everything from sort of guest communication to your cleaning team to sort of back office operations like reporting and owner statements and things like this. And so you can get a lot of this set up very quickly. You can start to unlock a lot of value from Uplisting in a very short period of time. I realise I'm maybe kind of talking a bit over time, so I'll maybe hurry through some of my other slides. But key features that we have here is that unified calendar, like avoid double bookings, seamless kind of control across all those different OTAs that we mentioned, that sort of true unified inbox. So the key bit here is that unified inbox, the guest will get messages on the platform that they've booked from. It's not that we're sending them an email or text message and they're getting confused where they should be communicating with you. This will all be very clear, and the guest almost has no idea that you're using a tool like Uplisting. And this gives you just like a centralized view, avoids you having to log in and out of different platforms and sleepless nights about double bookings. You'll have a central view to kind of help you prioritize and work on an action list day to day. And there's countless automation tools in there, like to kind of unlock a lot of extra time. Because we're sort of pulling all this data together from different platforms, it makes it a lot easier to get insights into the performance of your listings and run reports and do things like kind of client statements. Rather than having to kind of pull raw reports and put those together, Uplisting does that all automatically for you. And although Uplisting tries to be an all-in-one as much as possible, we realize that some things are not in our wheelhouse, or not like our core strengths. And so in those cases, we try to make it really easy to share that data out and connect with other third parties. And I guess that's why we're here today is Uplisting has a very basic cleaning functionality. And so we typically partner with companies like Lula.Cleaning to help us give our users a lot more kind of functionality that they need to operate their business effectively. So we really rely on these connections and sort of need these sort of partnerships to help you sort of streamline and automate your kind of full business. So Michal will talk a bit about how we can kind of work together, how that will improve the efficiency of your business. But it's kind of key to understand that Uplisting kind of works alongside it, and we're sort of it's a better together story, if you like. And after this, we'll share details about how you can start like a trial, book in a demo, talk with our team. Everything's switched on in the trial. We make it just really easy, like low barriers to entry to get set up and get started with Uplisting. So you should be able to, within minutes, onboard properties, start to understand how you can use it and unlock value from the solution. And if you want to, you can take a look yourself, but you'll see we're very highly, got very good reviews across the board from different sites. We have a very kind of vocal customer base. Our existing customers do a great job of shouting about how great Uplisting is. And we don't give them a lot of reasons to kind of leave. So the kind of proof is in the pudding, as they say. If you've never heard of Uplisting before, you'll see that we've got very good credentials. Yeah, I guess that's from me. I'll hand over to Michal to talk about Lula.
Thank you very much, Stephen. So let me switch to our presentation. So as you mentioned, we can be perceived like a plugin or extension to your functionality. And we focus mainly on the cleaning and maintenance and operations part. So this is what needs to be done after the guests leave the apartment and the necessary preparations. So please stay until the end because there is a bonus for you awaiting, surprise at the end. Now, very important thing, for whom is our application? So first of all, it's for the property managers, either individual hosts or bigger companies, but as well, our application is good for cleaning companies who can have more than one customer, and they then can easily serve their customers just in one tool. Who is among our customers? So we have companies like property managers who operate, let's say 5, 20, 50, 100 and more apartments. And as well, we have cleaning companies who they can operate like hundreds together of the apartments of their customers. So here is an overview of some of our customers. And let me share you our my story, how Lula.Cleaning was created, when all of this started. So I lived a few years in Spain, and I managed my properties abroad, and I love to optimize everything. So I was fed up with calling my cleaning team each evening and telling them where to clean the apartments. I didn't want to send messages calling them. So that's how like the first draft of the application was created. So my cleaning team, they just saw when my guests' departure and they started using it. And later the cleaning company asked, Michal, can we connect our other customers to Lula? And I said, yeah, go ahead. And like step by step, we added more and more functions, features, and you will see what we cover up to this moment. So in short, what are the benefits of using a Lula application? Of course, you save time because you don't have to copy the information. So you save time and it multiplies like to really tens of hours monthly. This is as well a quality assurance because cleaning is something which makes a good impression and it gives you good notes, good reviews, and it makes the whole business running. This is as well about the higher team accountability so that the people are more responsible for the job which we take. We as well want to cut the communication time, and we want to ease the communication. So this is faster and easier communication. And actually all of this sums up to reduced operational costs because you don't have to lose time on copy pasting information. You can focus on growing your business and making your guests happy and have more customers, have more properties. And now some essential information for the start. So our application, we are a tool which helps to which facilitates the cleaning and maintenance operations. So we work in any place of the world. We don't do the cleanings by ourselves, nor we are a marketplace. So you cannot find a cleaner in our application. Maybe one day we will create a marketplace for cleaning companies, but at this moment, we know that majority of you already have your cleaning staff or cleaning companies you operate with, and we come between so that everything is much easier for you. And another important thing, maybe you would like to look for us at Google Play or App Store. Actually, we're a progressive web application, and installation of Lula.Cleaning happens from the browser. So this is important. You don't have to look for the application at the Google Play or App Store. And another thing, which is quite important, is that our tool is highly flexible and customizable. So what it means? It means that you can cooperate with your own cleaning team, but as well you can cooperate with external cleaning companies. And if you need, I don't know, some extra field from a database, so probably we will be able to extract it and show to you so that you can use it. Our presentation is based on the frustrations and how we solve this frustration. So now you can answer what is your bigger frustration in terms of cleaning and operations. And let me present you the most popular frustrations which we meet among our customers. So first of all, it's multiple systems. Even if you have a channel manager, sometimes you need to forward this information from the channel manager, and you often send it through WhatsApp, through Messenger. I know some companies who tried to use to-do lists, applications like Asana, Trello. Some property managers try to copy the information about the arrival and departure to the Google Calendar, and everything is still copy pasting. It's just wasting of your time. So this is the main problem: the copy pasting of information. And what we have that we synchronize the calendars. We fetch this information, and your team knows when to clean the apartment. It will just be written, shown in the calendar. So you eliminate copy pasting of this information. There is no situations of forgotten properties to clean up, because if there is some last minute booking, we will notify you about this. And here is a question: how much time you spend on copy pasting this information? So you can answer it to yourself and think how much time you can save. So here is a calendar view, and I call it a calendar on steroids, because it contains already a little bit of more information which is necessary for the cleaning team. So we have some tags for the checklist. You see how many people are. The gray field means during the stay, so you see how many people are staying right now, for how many nights. You see the departure hour. Here you can see as well information about the assignments for the cleanings, and the green label means arrival. And here as well you have many different filters. You can have even more information displayed. Sometimes you may need to look at this. Another thing is assigning tasks. So either you copy paste a messenger and tell that this should be taken by this person, either you copy paste and send to these people the information, and later actually you are left with no history, or you need still to have another, I don't know, Excel file, or just a booklet, a sheet of paper where you take notes of who is in charge of cleaning. So here it happens just with one click. You select who is going to be in charge of the cleaning here. Again, red means departure, and you might have an impression that here is a lot of information. That's true, but this is just because that you don't have to jump around the application. You know everything just from one view, and you can see that here these guests came for 1 day. You can have a quick view on the next reservation. You know that the guest changed in 12 days. You know that number of guests is 3. You can even have a look at the previous reservation. If you don't need to look at all this information, you can hide it. And later you just assign this job to a cleaning person. And here you have a shortcut to the right. You have a shortcut. This is grouped by the person who is in charge. So for example, you can see that for this day, Alex has 2 cleanings in these properties. You can as well assign cleaning time, and you can have access to the pictures before or after cleaning, which has been left by the cleaner. And here you have access to checklists. And this is what I already mentioned, that our application is flexible. Either you can cooperate with your own cleaning team, and it will be you who decides who is going to clean the apartment. Or if you use a cleaning company, you just assign a property to a cleaning company, and that's that. It's them who takes care about assigning jobs to their employees, and you just know that the property has been cleaned or when it was cleaned. Another frustration is monitoring of repairs. So sometimes there is something smaller, but later it gets bigger problem. So it's good to know in advance what kind of problem is this. And we have you can upload a picture. You can even upload a video accompanying the description of the damage. Damages can be uploaded either by managers or by cleaners, and which is a really interesting feature as well. Either you can assign the damage to your handyman, or if you don't have handyman, or maybe this is some specialist needed like an electrician, so you can click here, copy the individual link to a damage, and later you can share it outside of the organization. And the person seeing this, opening this link, they will see just the problem, no information about how to access the property, no extra info, just what is necessary to tell you how much it will cost to fix it. Another thing, another frustration is forgetting about details. We all know that there are some crucial core stuff which needs to be done, and cleaners tend to forget it from time to time. So either you can upload pictures, pictures for reference, showing how the apartment should look like, and the cleaner have access to this. And of course, you have as well the checklist, where the cleaner can tell you if everything was okay. If something was broken, if something is not okay, you will get again immediate instant notification. So you will be informed that there was a problem with the checklist. And I will mention here, we have 2 types of checklist. One type of checklist is permanently assigned to a property, but as well we have checklists which can be assignable just to this cleaning. So for example, let's clean the kitchen windows today. Keeping settlements. This is another big frustration, because you need to know who, when, cleaned what, and either you keep some extra Excel file to store this information. Later still you need to do some calculations. So in the Lula.Cleaning application, you can store the information, how much you pay for cleaning of the apartment. As well, you can add an hourly rate if you pay per hour to your cleaners. And finally, at the end of the week or at the end of the month, you can download a report. And we have 3 kinds of reports for the cleaning. And we have a grouped cleaning report by operator, by a property manager. Later we have bioclinic persons. So it means the grouped means that you will know that this person has cleaned this property that many times, and you need to pay them this amount of money. And as well, there is a report without any grouping, so you have all the cleanings one by one, and we have as well a report for the damages. Another issue is that I bet some of you already experienced that you are not aware that actually it's the same guest in the apartment, they just prolonged, extended their stay, and a cleaner goes there and knock knock, and that there is somebody there, and it means that they prolong the stay. So it may happen if the customer does not notify you, and actually becomes a new booking from this person. So we try to detect it. We detect if the name, last name is the same, and if the days is the same day changeover. So then we will display on label, yellow label, that this is a prolongation for you. So you know that you don't have to send your cleaner on this day to the apartment. Another thing which is very important is that sometimes after long weekends, if you have a lot of properties, and after long weekends, usually everybody checks out at the same day, but you don't have the same day new guests arriving the next day, or even the same day, so you can prioritize it. And if there is a gap, you can shift the cleaning date. So if somebody left on Sunday, you can easily shift the cleaning itself to Monday or Tuesday. It's shown here, so you can just shift the cleaning date, and it will be shown in the calendar that this is like a light red, light pink color, that it was just a departure, and the stronger color says that it's the real cleaning. You can have a look as well at the icons. Yeah, it's icon for the cleaning. This is icon for the departure. So this is as well very, very useful feature for our customers. You can experience some language barriers. We now live in a very open global society, and probably you employ some people not speaking your language as their native language. So that's why we put focus on this as well. So first of all, we have our application is available in 20 languages. The interface is available in 20 languages. But as well, when you send a short message to your team, so each member will get this message translated as well. So for example, here is original in English, like dishwasher liquid is running out, and here you can see the translated version into Spanish. So as well, this is a great feature for international teams. You can always have some unexpected difficulties, and wherever possible, we will notify you about this. And you can as well choose the channel of the notification. Either it can be inside the application, either it can be the push notification, it can be as well an email. So some of the notifications start completing cleaning, it's adding a new damage, a problem for the checklist, detection of last-minute changes. Usually we don't send notification, for example, that you assigned a job to a cleaner which takes place in a week from now, because we would clutter the inbox. We just send this information, only important things which happen today or tomorrow. And as well, we detect last-minute changes in bookings. So if something changes, you or your cleaner will be notified. And as well, some of you asked whether it is possible to reassign, to change the cleaner. Yes, of course, you can do it during a day. If you get information from them that there is a a lot of stuff to clean. So for example, you can leave them for the cleaning in this department for longer, and you can reassign and ask somebody else to clean, and both of them will receive as well a notification that something got cancelled and you got assigned. Again, this is important thing, that the cleaners are sometimes not tech savvy. So we as well wanted the tool, the application, to be as easy as possible for use for them. So I say that this is just enough to click. It's enough to click the envelope to see whether something was written. It's enough to click the start button to start the cleaning. It's enough to click OK or maybe not OK to mark if there was a problem with the cleaning list. So we put a lot of focus on the interface for the cleaners so that this is as easy as possible for them to use the application. They have their schedule here. They can have as well a calendar view, and that's all. They don't have access to anything more. They just need to focus on their job done, and this is all. Oh, and here is the calendar for the cleaners, which I mentioned. So they just can have a look in the future what their schedule is. So my question is, what did you like most from our features? I bet you have some frustrations which are relevant to you. Some frustrations are relevant to other people. And I believe that we solve some of your problems. And what would be the next step? I would, of course, invite you to register to our application and give it a try. And now I will show you some of these bonuses which I mentioned at the beginning. So first of all, as customers of Uplisting, you will receive an extended trial period. So you have even the whole month to experience our application, to test it with your team. And there is no credit card information needs to be entered. And you get the Pro plan fully featured, completely for free for a month. And later as well, we help you with the onboarding. So this is the first configuration. We can have one-on-one meeting where we'll guide you. It's kind of workshops where we'll guide you and we'll help you configure our application. What else? Here is the pricing. So if you own just 2 apartments, it's completely for free for you. There is a light version, standard, and pro version. You could check the details on our website, but actually majority of our customers chooses pro version because it includes photos, it includes damages, and it includes settlements. So if you are a bigger company, this is very important for you. And if you are a bigger company as well, some volume discounts could apply. So I will sum up what are the benefits of using our application. First of all is time savings. This is as well quality assurance through the checklist or pictures. This is higher team accountability because your cleaners know that everything is logged, everything is tracked. We even have this feature that they cannot upload the same picture which they uploaded a week ago after cleaning. So we won't allow it. So if they know it, they know they cannot cheat that much, that everything is tracked, and then we can check who did what and when. This is fast and easy team communication. If something happened, just enough to click a button and you get a notification. This is as well automatic translations. These are reduced operational costs. The good thing is as well this flexibility of outsourcing, either to your own cleaning team, either to an external cleaning company. There is no case of forgotten cleanings because systems don't forget about the things, they just synchronize. This is as well monitoring of damages. So if something appears, you will fix it like just at the earliest moment, so you are aware of all the problems which appear in the apartment. You don't have to use various tools like Google Calendar or Asana, or you don't have to copy paste to WhatsApp or Messenger. You will have everything in one place with the whole history. This I already mentioned, the faster communication with instant notification, interfaces in many languages, and we have the translations. You will have access to reports and billing, so you know how much money to pay to your cleaners, or maybe how much money to pay to your clinic company. If you are a bigger company running your business across different cities or maybe even across different countries, we as well have a support for regions. So managers from one region would just see the team from the same region. They don't have to look for other cleaners from another region. And this is a great thing that we have a seamless integration with your channel manager. It just takes a minute. And some features. So either you can have manual task assignments, which you saw on the screenshot, but as well you can have automatic team assignments. So for example, if the property is always cleaned by the same person, you can pre-assign it, and you even can forget about assignments. Everything will go to them automatically. There's of course constant synchronization of booking calendars. You have access to instant notifications, and you can fine-tune the channels which you want to receive them over. In our application, you have different user roles. So this is the main account for the management on cleaning companies. There is as well coordinators, managers, cleaners, handyman. You can even add drivers to our application. You have access to photo gallery with types like before or after cleaning. You can have periodic inspections, some guidelines, pictures. You have checklists assigned to properties or bookings. You can follow the flow of the damages repairs. As well, you have the report on the completed task and damages. And again, you have the interface available in 20 languages with automatic translations. And here is a very important slide showing you how to connect. And actually, believe me, this is very simple. First, you need to go to the Uplisting dashboard, go to the settings, and create the API key, copy it. And later, after you have created the account at Lula.Cleaning, you need to go to Integrations Uplisting and just copy paste this key here, click add, and actually instantaneously you will see your properties and you will see your bookings in our system. And regarding properties, we import the essential information like a name or address, and still you have much more fields which apply to your clinic team, like how many towels to leave, where to throw away rubbish, how to get to the apartment, is there a locker or intercom or something like this. So you have many more fields which you can describe the property with. Now this is a time for question and answers. If you have any, please type them. I have just the most popular questions here, but if you have any from your part, please share them. So actually, I already answered this question, how long does it take to integrate? So the integration itself, it really can take a minute. Just copy paste the API key and the properties and the bookings get synchronized. Of course, you may need some more time to describe the properties, to configure your cleaners, to configure your managers. So it can take a little bit more time for you. If you have any questions, please type. I will continue. As well, a question which some of you asked is, does it make sense to use the application if you have only a few apartments? So yes, of course, if you have, let's say, 5 apartments and these 5 apartments are always cleaned by the same person, you can set it on autopilot, and these properties, the cleanings, will be always assigned to the same person, and this person will know where to come and where to clean the property. So this is the end of our presentation. Thank you very much for being here. Here is as well information how to get in touch with us, where you can register. So we invite you for the full month of trial.
Thank you, anybody that's taken the time out to join today or is watching this on demand. I'm sure there'll be like a follow-up email that will go out where I'll share like a link where you can reach out and book in a time with myself or anybody else from the team to get more of a one-to-one in-depth demo if you feel like uplisting sounds like it could help you with your business. In the chat, it seems like one of our existing customers, Uplisting, has reached out, so I'll reach out to you on email, Sonali, and share you a bit more about the upsell feature. This is only available to existing users just now before we can launch it out to the general public.
Okay, perfect. So thank you very much. It was a pleasure to present our application to you. And yeah, let's stay in touch. Thank you.